Good evening, Mrs. Angela Bowen Stewart and fellow colleagues. My name is Latisha Harriet MacLeod. This evening I will be presenting on the developmental impact of violence on children. The aim of this speech is to educate the audience about the detrimental impacts of violence on children's development surrounding cognitive, physical, and psychological aspects. Additionally, it seeks to highlight the significance of fostering safe and supportive environments that enable all children to flourish and thrive. What kind of future are we building when the very children who will one day lead the nation are growing up in the shadow of violence? Imagine being a child whose home offers no safety, whose school is filled with fear, and whose world is defined by danger and uncertainty. Sadly, this is the daily reality for millions of children around the world. Exposure to violence has profound and long-lasting effects on children's development, impairing their cognitive abilities, physical well-being, and increasing their risk of developing mental health challenges. Exposure to violence significantly impacts children's development, leading to serious and enduring consequences. It hinders cognitive abilities, making it difficult for children to learn and process information effectively. Physically, violence compromises their overall health and well-being, while psychologically, it elevates the risk of developing severe mental health issues. Understanding these effects is crucial for addressing the needs of affected children and creating supportive environments that promote their healing and growth. Physical abuse can cause serious injuries or chronic health issues and also delay development. But witnessing violence can have lasting effects on the body. Chronic stress weakens the immune system, interferes with sleep, and may hinder physical growth. According to the World Health Organization, over 1 billion children worldwide aged 2 to 17 years have experienced physical, emotional, or sexual violence and neglect in the past year alone. Exposure to violence is also linked to a higher risk of back and neck pain, headaches, and chronic pain. This can lead to significant developmental issues and may contribute to conditions like arthritis. The psychological impact of violence often results in long-term mental health issues, including depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and post-traumatic stress disorder. In a research published by the American Psychological Association, revealed that children exposed to violence are at 60% higher risk of developing depression and behavioral issues later in life. Without proper support and intervention, these risks can continue into adulthood and have lasting effects. Also, children who witness or are victims to emotional, physical, or sexual abuse are at higher risk for health problems as adults. These can include mental health conditions such as depression and anxiety. They may also include diabetes, obesity, heart disease, poor self-esteem, and other problems. Children who are raised in violent environments usually have difficulty focusing in school, retaining information, and achieving academically. This is due to their brains being constantly on high alert, a condition known as toxic stress. A study by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention found that children who experience 4 or more adverse childhood experiences, including violence, are 32 times more likely to struggle in school. Evidence shows that exposure to violence in childhood is associated with impaired cognitive functioning, including slower development, weaker academic performance, and reduced school engagement. Violence, therefore, not only endangers their safety, but also hinders their future educational opportunities. In concluding, we all know that violence is bad for children and adolescents. It is harmful for them to be mistreated, victimized by bullies, or to witness serious domestic violence. The impact of violence on children is not just emotional, it's neurological, psychological, academic, and physical. Every statistic represents a life halted and a childhood interrupted. We cannot ignore the silent damage and hidden scars violence causes to our most vulnerable generation. As a society, we must invest in prevention, support, and protection. Because when we safeguard our children, we safeguard the future. Thank you.